Hey there, I can see the problem that you were having because some of the technology of ebooks is called by a bunch of different things. And so I went and talked to the education librarian, Donna Zagenfuss, and asked her how would I talk about books, but in the concept of looking across multiple platforms. And we have a little bit of help, but it's really kind of complicated how you track that down. So I thought I'd make a video. The first one, what do you do to engage with a book you read? And so when you're looking at, oh, you can see the punchline of everything that I'm doing. When you look at reading, that's the big thing that is measured in education. So reading comprehension is kind of a big one, or reading outcomes or student learning outcomes with reading. But reading seems to be that common denominator. They don't talk about the books that they find it on. But that does come into the conversation. So we start out with reading, so we want to frame everything with that. And we have to do uppercase and, because we don't want it to look for and, we want to separate our keywords. And then the next one, and this is really big because it's driven by grant funding, is educational technology. When you put educational technology in there, then you start to have academic people making comparisons between, well, what if I do reading on an iPad, or maybe they would call it a tablet, or maybe it would be a book or an ebook. It's kind of hard to nail it down to that. So throwing in educational technology will put the ebook factor in there. And then lastly, I wanted to intentionally include books because when I was looking at educational technology and reading, not everything had a chapter on books. When they go in though and analyze these things, they're going to be coming at it from every angle except the book. So we're looking for a chapter instead of a book title. This is where it got kind of tricky. So reading, educational technology and books. When I do a search, right off the bat we're getting articles that are really good, but we just want books. And so you go down on the left-hand side facet under resource type. And if you don't see books here, you can click on more options. And books is a choice. There's 75, and we want to include, and by merits of that, exclude everything else. How you go through these is all of your keywords you can see are going to be highlighted in yellow. When you go on this details, hopefully this will give you tables of content, or tables of contents, table of contents. What's my language for that? But we'll get social reading, books and reading, but you're going to look for a chapter that talks about books in the way that you want it to support your argument, or look for the pros and cons within this. Not everyone is going to be specifically on your topic, so you might have to look for something that's tangentially related. But all these look pretty good. Implications for learning. Does anyone talk about print versus ebook? That's what you get to cruise around and look for. A fun thing you can do, which I would suggest, since you only have 75, it wouldn't be too hard to go through these, is go by date newest, and then you can get the latest conversation instead of something that's from 2007 that's really old. So literacy is another one, but I think reading is better. Technology, innovation, entrepreneurship, new media, you get the idea. This is how I track these down. When you find a book that sounds like it's got a chapter that looks pretty good for you, all you have to do is click on the title. Most of these are ebooks. You might find something if it doesn't say online access. Oh my gosh, maybe this is it. Maybe this is our book. Dun, dun, dun. Types of reading. Ooh, let me send you this one. How you find this though, I'll put this in the URL for your email. When you click on the title itself, it will figure out, are you on campus? Do you belong to us? It might prompt you for a UNID, and it's putting all those things together. If you're off campus, by the way, make sure and log in right here first. Otherwise, you might not get access to this. Fate of reading in a digital world. That's an ominous title. And 2014 is not too old. Oxford University Press, very credible and authoritative. And there's a full download, but usually it's really complicated. So I'd recommend reading online, or just go through the table of contents and look for the things that you're interested in. So here's words on screen. If you click on the title, it should put you right into the full text of the book. It's an awkward format, and sometimes cutting and pasting is difficult to use. So you just scroll through as if you were looking at a book. The license of these are kind of awkward for the ebook sometimes. And so I'll leave you with this one. This looks like a good one. I hate books. So that's the lesson for today. I hope this is a good one for you. This looks like this might do the trick, but that's how you would find those. Hope you have a good one. Let me know how it goes.